Hi folks, I'm sure you've heard the phrase, all animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others. It's a quote from George Orwell's book Animal Farm. I vividly remember reading that book at school, and at the beginning of the book I was rooting for the animals, hoping they would win over the neglectful Farmer Jones who treated them appallingly. I wanted the underdog to triumph against the power of the establishment. I wanted the animals to succeed in making an equal, free and fair society. After all, isn't that what everyone wants? And yet, as the book continued, I read with growing horror as the leaders of the animals turned bad. Their attempts to create the perfect society are corrupted by power and ambition, until Napoleon the pig changes the mantra, all animals are equal, to become instead, all animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others. Of course, George Orwell was writing about the abuses of communist Russia and Stalin, but the picture he paints could be applied to many societies today. And it is a sad indictment of human nature that often our best intentions are corrupted by the wrong motives. I think it's becoming abundantly clear that our attempts to create an equal, fair and free society in our own country have gone badly wrong in recent times. When the leaders of movements organised to fight against declared injustice end up committing the same injustices they claim to be fighting against, it becomes clear that power and ambition have corrupted in the same way that George Orwell describes in Animal Farm. All animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others. Sadly, the problem with modern identity politics is that it sets one cause against another. It values some lives more than others. While Animal Farm paints a sad picture of the human condition, the Bible calls that kind of motivation, that kind of pure thing that goes bad, calls it sin. The Apostle Paul says in the book of Romans, "For what I do is not the good I want to do, no, the evil I do not want to do, this I keep on doing. Now if I do what I do not want to do, it is no longer I who do it, but the sin living in me that does it." I have a confession to make. If you've clicked this video because I've included the phrase Black Lives Matter in the title, then you might be a little disappointed. It's not my intention to say anything about the movement that is Black Lives Matter. Well, at least not directly. This video is more about one of my pet hates, which is the use of sound bites, those important sounding statements that we make that are accepted as true without question, such as all animals are equal. Yes, of course they are, but it's much more complicated than that, and merely saying all animals are equal is, as Orwell points out, open to abuse and corruption. So if we are to maintain statements such as Black Lives Matter, we need to answer a much deeper question, and that is why any life matters. Can you answer that? What gives human life its value? We are in the middle of a global pandemic where the world has shut down in order to protect life. But what makes life so valuable? Why does it matter? Why are you and I valuable at all? I think there are three things that give things their value. An object is valuable, first of all, I think, because of its design. I have here one of my favourite pieces of design, an iPod. This is my iPod. I've had this for years. It's got all my music on it. Most importantly, it's got the entire collection of Dad's Army radio. All the radio shows. Absolutely brilliant. The original iPod was a triumph of minimalist design and function. This is a personal stereo, a music system, a storage device, and all controlled by a single rotating button in the middle. Amazing. This object alone made Apple into a global multi-billion-dollar company. This iPod is valuable because of its design. The book of Genesis in the Bible says that God created man in his own image. In the image of God he created him. Male and female he created them. Genesis 1:27. So according to the Bible, you and I are valuable because we are made in the image of God. Our essential identity is found in our Creator. The second thing that gives an object its value, I think, is the skill and effort that goes into making it. I'm a prideful possessor of a Swiss watch. A watch that was made by a skilled craftsman over 15 weeks. It's so well made it can survive and tell the time at 3,000 feet below sea level. I don't know what else would be alive down there to tell the time, but the skill of this watch's construction is evident in how it is made. This watch is valuable because of how it is made. Just think of how you and I are put together. Psalm 139 says, "For you created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made." You and I are valuable because of the way we are made. Body, soul and mind. Our entire being working as one single organism. It is a wonderful thing. Life. The last thing that makes an object valuable is the price that is paid for it. What price would we be willing to pay for a watch or a gadget like an iPod? Both items have a price tag when they were bought. John 3:16 says, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only Son." As Christians, we believe that the highest price of all was paid for you and I, that God gave his only Son, Jesus, to pay that price for our sin. So before we can say that life matters at all, we have to know why. And the why is found in life's design, in the skill and effort that went into making us, and in the price that was paid for us. God bless. Ta-ta for now.
Folks, your life is precious to God. You're more valuable than you can possibly imagine. Should you wish to chat to us at Veterans Chaplaincy, why not join us online or give us a call. God bless.